I'm a 73-year-old retired engineer. Did my engineering studies starting in 69, graduated in 74. My engineering consisted, it's actually a hands-on engineering qualification, because in the Royal Navy, if you're an engineering artificer, you had to do everything. Because when you're on board the ship, you are expected to repair everything. Not like today. Today, you just replace it. In those days, even though I trained as a control engineer, which means I take care of all the electromechanical things, I had to do mechanical engineering, I had to do civil engineering, I had to do all sorts of machinery work. So that you become a very rounded engineer, not a theoretical engineer. No excuses. Everything has to be repaired on board. So that's my background. But I left the Navy after 2 years service and started my own company. I worked for other companies first. And then I eventually started my own company and did my own design. So I'm very open-minded into new technology, from electronics to green technology to even now, when I see what's been done with the patch, I'm so excited. Anyway, unfortunately, although I was a very keen sportsman, I got a stroke 7 years ago. And it doesn't matter how fit you are. If you're going to get a stroke, it could be so many factors. My reason for getting a stroke was I didn't sleep enough, and I didn't take my medication for my diabetes. My blood pressure when I went to the hospital was 120/80, so it wasn't that. The picture that you see now is me in 1969, when I first arrived in the UK. I was there for 5 years. We actually did 2 years in college. First year in Port, then 1 year at sea for technical training, then 2 years back in college again before we graduated. It was a very extensive training. Then I came back about 7 years ago. I got my stroke, and unfortunately, I didn't fully recover. Although I've done much, I'm quite mobile now. Then 2 years ago, I did my vaccination for COVID. And what do you know? I did AZ, and then they forced me to do Pfizer. Within a week of my Pfizer shot, I got shingles, which is very painful for 3 to 4 weeks. And then I started to have all sorts of skin allergy. What the Pfizer did was it went into my body, it modified my DNA, and messed up my immune system, which resulted in first shingles, then subsequently eczema, which I never had before, and then psoriasis of the scalp, and then dermatitis. And as you can see on my back here, I had hives, and you can see those nodules. They are what you call perigo nodularis. All very, very itchy. So itchy that I scratched until my skin came off. Spent 2 years going through 4 or 5 different types of allergy. Saw so many specialists, from Chinese DCM to professors of dermatology, all sorts of cream, nothing worked. Luckily, a friend of mine said, "Why don't you try this?" And I said, "What?" She said, "Patch." I said, "Whoa. You know, I'm very cynical about new things. I mean, I'm open-minded. I will try everything. I've tried negative ion equipment. I've tried Kangen water. I've tried magnetic medallions. All of them didn't work. But I say, anyway, since this one has got no ingestion of medicine, nothing, no side effects, let's try it. So I started patching on the 15th of March. And if you look at my back, how bad it was and how itchy it was. And the worst thing was new nodules were coming out. I was still getting breakouts. It wasn't stopping. It was already getting bad. As you can see, the skin was almost leathery, yeah. But it got worse. And then my sister-in-law said, "Okay, now why don't you try this hydrogen therapy?" So I sat down 6 hours a day to inhale hydrogen gas. was really irritating. Although you were just sitting down there, but you had to sit down there, you couldn't move just to inhale the gas. And guess what? It made the situation worse. My breakdowns got so bad, and I couldn't sleep at all. My sister-in-law said it's normal. It's detoxifying you. I said, hello, this is detoxification. I cannot take now. I'm going to stop. So I stopped my hydrogen therapy, which, by the way, is not cheap. If you go to Sunway Hospital, they offer you this hydrogen therapy. It's about 20,000. And anyway, my cousin who had the same problem as me, the same type of allergy in the skin, after also Pfizer, he managed to clear it with stem cell injection. But it cost 36,000 and he had to inject millions of stem cells into his body. I said, I can't afford 36,000. So this PET therapy, which is a form of stem cell rejuvenation, sounds reasonable. I mean, I'm an engineer. I train as an engineer. I look at things and I say, okay, if this sounds reasonable, let's try. No harm. So anyway, and it doesn't stop me from doing anything. I just put a patch on and can carry on with the rest of my life. I don't have to sit down there and wait and inhale hydrogen or wait to get negative ions to build up in my body. I just went on with my life. Patch. And lo and behold, within 3 days, this is the result. And you change my life. Not completely gone, but you can see a big, big difference. Number one, no more outbreaks, no more small nodules coming out. The hives have gone, the leathery skin is gone. The skin, you can see the skins are peeling off, it's gone. Not everything has stopped. It's still an ongoing process. You have to understand that it's cell renewal now. We are trying to renew the cell. It's not an infection. Please understand. What you see on my back is not an infection. It is the immune system going crazy because the mRNA has confused the body system and it's just basically breaking out in hives. Hives is all what in Chinese, in Cantonese called, what is it, Cantonese? Anyway, hives are like a leather across your body, and then you can see all those spots. Those are nodularies. And then you can see this pimple-like thing with water inside them. All that basically went, except for the main center there, which was very, very thick. It's now reduced, I say, about 70-80%. So no more itching. I don't itch anymore. I don't have any more new outbreaks. And it's taking its time to start to flatten out and fade. That's basically what you can see. Now there's my chest before I did my patching. You can see a lot of the welts. Welts are the raised parts. They're quite red and they're really, very itchy. And after I patch for 3 days, 3 to 5 days, this is exactly what it is. So you can see it's not all gone, because like I said, some of it is the scars. So waiting for the scars now to flatten totally and fade out. I think it will come. It'll probably do it. Probably clear completely in 2 to 3 months' time. Right? Most important thing must understand, must drink plenty of water. I drink between 2 to 3 liters of water a day. Keeps my body hydrated. It makes your skin more supple. I actually have very supple skin now, apart from the scars that you see, which is trying to flatten out and whiten. And you can see the back of my head is, apart from a few more scars there, they've actually cleared. You can go to the next one. Basically use X39 in the daytime and Eon at night, 12-hour cycles. Thank you.